let's talk about something really cool, which is called Ctrl Z. On the computer, the word control gives you a lot of power. It gives you a command of your keyboard. Control on your computer is written like C-T-R-L. That's what control is written like. So take a look quickly at your own keyboard, which kind of looks like this one on the screen. You should see a control button, C-T-R-L, right here on the very bottom left corner. It's also over here on the bottom right, but for right now, we're going to use the one that's on the bottom left corner. Okay, so you can hit that control button, and along with different buttons on your keyboard, that will help you do different things. Right now, we're going to learn about Control Z. Okay, so Control Z lets you undo anything that you've already done on your screen. Okay, so let's look at a quick example. I have a smiley face here, and I want to move it to the other side of the screen. Okay, so let me try to move it. Did you notice I didn't move it? I didn't drag it the way I wanted to. I accidentally made it really long and silly looking. I want to undo it. I want it to go back to normal. So before I do anything else, I'm going to look on my keyboard and I'm going to hit the control button with my finger, and with a different finger, I'm going to hit the Z button. When I hit those two buttons together, my smiley face went back to how it was. So it undid the last thing that I did. Okay? So when you try to do this, you're going to hit Control first, then you're going to hit the Z button, the letter Z. Okay? It's very important you hit Control first and then Z. It doesn't work if you hit Z first and then Control. It's also important that once you hit Control, you leave your finger on there and use a different finger to hit Z. So you have to use two fingers. You might even use two hands for this. So you're going to hit Control, leave your finger on Control, and while your finger's still pushing the Control button, you're going to hit Z, and you'll see your smiley face go back to normal. Or if you're working on something different, whatever you just did will unhappen. Okay? There's also another button on your screen which does the same exact thing. So if you can't remember Control Z and you want to undo something like this, go up to your top corner and there's a back button right here. Okay? This back arrow helps you remember, I want to go back to how this looked before. I want to get rid of this. So you could also hit this back arrow. When I hit that back arrow, my smiley face went back to the way that I wanted it to. Okay? So whenever you're working on your computer in Google Slides and you've done something, and like for me, this was just an accident and it's okay. I want to undo it. I want to get rid of it. You can hit Control Z. Remember to press them at the same time. Or you can hit this back arrow, the undo button, to undo what you've done. Okay? So let's say that I did a lot of things that I want to undo. Okay? I can undo or hit Control Z more than once. Okay? So I can hit it one time and it goes back to how it was before. I can hit it again and it goes back to how it was even before that. Okay? So it's like taking steps backwards. On the next screen, on the next slide, I want you to click on it and I want you to play around with the smiley face, make him look crazy and silly and cool, do whatever you want to do with him. And then practice hitting Control Z or practice hitting the undo button so you can watch him go back to normal. Okay?